Now on the programme, we're going to start by zeroing in, if you like, on Shien. Now, this is the Chinese fast fashion brand that gained massive popularity during the pandemic. The company has reportedly filed for an IPO. This is in the US, isn't it, Shien?
That's right, Stuart. Several reports have come out saying Shien, the fast fashion company, filed to go public in the US. This could be one of the largest initial public offerings in the country in the past decade and would make Shien one of the most valuable Chinese companies to list in the country. The share sale could be launched at some point in 2024, according to these reports. The valuation of that IPO has not been determined yet, but in its latest round of funding, the brand was valued at around $64 billion. Shien, now headquartered in Singapore, was founded in mainland China in 2012. And saw its popularity surge to a global level during the pandemic as people massively turned to online shopping and to its platform for shirts and swimsuits at really low prices, worth as little as $2 that were on offer there. But the company is facing headwinds. First off, fresh competition from other groups, including a Chinese group Temu, which has replicated its model of shipping straight from manufacturers in China to consumers around the globe. Then it's also faced a number of accusations of copyright theft from designers who've seen their creations replicated illegally on Shien's website. Its supply chain has also received extra scrutiny over accusations of the use of forced labor. One member of the United States Congress has asked for an investigation to be launched on Shien's use of cotton from the Xinjiang region of China. Shien says that only 2% of its cotton comes from that region, where it's been documented that over 2 million people of the Muslim minority have been put in re-education camps. And finally, just like the other groups in the fast fashion space, Shien is criticized for its impact on the environment, as it's seen to encourage the overconsumption of clothes, leading to more waste. Moving on now, China hosted its first ever International Supply Chain Expo this Tuesday. It's the latest bid to stimulate a sluggish economy as Western countries have embarked on a de-risking strategy to be less dependent on China's industrial ecosystem and supply chains. Premier Li Qiang tried to assuage the concerns of foreign companies who've been vocal about the difficulties of conducting business in the country, leading to historic low levels of foreign investment.
China will continue to create a first-class, international, rule-of-law-based and market-oriented business environment to protect the legitimate rights and interests of all kinds of enterprises. We will treat Chinese and foreign enterprises equally so as to provide more convenience and better protection for everyone to invest and do business.
Let's take a look now at how the stock markets are doing this hour. We're seeing mixed trading in Asia after closing in the red on Monday. The Kospi and Seoul leading the gains there, closing up over 1% higher. The Hang Seng in Hong Kong leading the losses down 0.9%. And in Europe at the open, trading is flat this Tuesday, staying or even lower, staying the course with what we've seen this week so far in the region and elsewhere. We can see the Paris CAC 40 leading the losses down 0.5% lower. And finally, Tesla is suing the Swedish state amid a deepening dispute with the country's labor unions. On Monday, a court ruled that the country's transport agency must find a way to get license plates to Tesla owners. Plate deliveries have been blocked by postal workers there. They've joined a growing industrial action aimed at forcing Tesla to sign a collective bargaining agreement with its mechanics, pitting an anti-union company against a national culture of strong, organized labor. Brian Quinn has a story.
One more headache for Swedish Tesla owners. As of November 20th, postal workers have been refusing to deliver license plates for new Teslas. A district court has issued a preliminary ruling that the Swedish transport agency must find another way to get the plates delivered, but the legal battle isn't over.
The right to strike is so strong that it's above the obligation to hand out mail.
The PostNord workers are just the latest to join a growing fight between Tesla and Sweden's organized labor movement. It began in late October when some 130 Tesla mechanics with the EF Metall union went on strike over the company's refusal to accept collective bargaining. It's a global policy. Tesla says its employees already get better terms than those demanded by EF Metall. Unions say that's not the point. Sweden's labor market is built on collective agreements, which guarantee wages and conditions for 90% of the country's employees. Sympathy actions have since expanded to cleaners, electricians, and dock workers who have refused to unload Tesla shipments amid accusations that the company has flown in replacements to break the mechanics' strike.
There's always been an understanding between us and companies that we don't behave that way, that we respect strike measures. And this has forced us to escalate this conflict.
Sweden is a small but devoted market for electric vehicles. EVs have accounted for more than 63% of all registrations this year. The best seller by far, Tesla's Model Y SUV.
That's all for the business news, Stuart.
Thanks so much, Shien Pellegrin, with the business.